A bowl breaks. In most countries, you throw it away. In Japan, they do something strange. They take the broken pieces and they glue them back together with gold, real gold. The cracks don't disappear. They glow. The bowl is now more valuable than before it broke. This is not a repair. This is a philosophy. The philosophy has a name, Wabi-Sabi, 2 syllables that changed how an entire civilization sees beauty. In the West, we chase perfection, smooth, symmetrical, flawless. Japan looked at the cracked, the faded, the incomplete and said, that is where beauty lives. By the end of this video, you'll never look at a broken thing the same way again. Wabi and sabi are actually 2 separate words that merged over centuries. Wabi originally meant the sadness of poverty, of solitude, but it evolved to mean the beauty found in simplicity and humility. Sabi meant rust, or the bloom of age. It became the beauty of things worn by time. Together, the beauty of imperfection, the beauty of impermanence, the beauty of things as they are. Try explaining this to someone from the West. Hand them 2 bowls. One is brand new, perfect glaze, perfect shape, fresh from the factory. The other is old, slightly warped, the glaze crackled, a chip on the rim. Which is more beautiful? In Europe, the answer is obvious. In Japan, it's the other one, and it's not even close. Walk through any Japanese garden and you'll see it immediately. A stone lantern covered in moss. In the West, you'd clean it, power wash it, restore it to its original state. In Japan, the moss is the point. The moss is time made visible. It says, this lantern has been here long enough for the forest to claim it. That patience, that slow green embrace is beautiful. The greatest example of wabi-sabi is the tea room. Sen no Rikyu, the most influential tea master in history, stripped the tea ceremony of all luxury. No gold, no decoration, just a small room, bare walls, a single flower in a simple vase, and a bowl of tea. He believed that beauty isn't something you add. It's what remains when you take everything else away. Or consider the rock garden. Ryoanji in Kyoto has 15 stones arranged on raked white gravel. No water, no trees, no color, just rocks and emptiness. And it is one of the most visited places in Japan. People sit for hours staring at rocks and sand. What are they seeing? They're seeing what isn't there. The space between the stones is the garden. A single branch of cherry blossoms in a rough ceramic vase. Not a bouquet, one branch. Not a polished vase, an unglazed, slightly lopsided one. The flower is beautiful because it will die tomorrow. The vase is beautiful because it was shaped by imperfect hands. Together, they say something no perfect arrangement ever could. This moment will not last. Notice it now. There is a wooden bridge in a mountain temple that has been rained on for 300 years. The wood has turned silver gray. The planks are worn smooth by a million footsteps. It creaks when you walk across it. A modern architect would replace it. A Japanese garden keeper would never dream of it. The creak is the bridge telling you its story. Why would you silence that? So why did Japan develop this particular sense of beauty? Start with the cherry blossom. Japan's most beloved flower blooms for exactly 1 week, then falls. And the falling is considered more beautiful than the bloom, not despite the dying, because of it. This is the foundation of Japanese aesthetics. Beauty is inseparable from loss. A thing is precious because it ends. Permanence is an illusion. Transience is truth. Buddhism arrived in Japan in the 6th century and brought with it the concept of mujo, impermanence. Everything changes, everything decays, everything ends. In the West, this is terrifying. We build monuments to resist it. We preserve, restore, freeze things in time. Japan did the opposite. They looked at impermanence and found it liberating. If nothing lasts, then every moment is unrepeatable. Every cup of tea is the last cup of tea. There is a famous story about Sen no Rikyu. A lord heard that Rikyu's garden was full of morning glories. He arranged a visit. When he arrived, every single flower had been cut down. The garden was bare. Furious, the lord entered the tea room. Inside, in a simple vase, sat one single morning glory, the only one left in the garden. Rikyu wanted the lord to see one flower, truly see it, instead of 100. And this brings us back to kintsugi, the art of golden repair. The philosophy is simple. The break is part of the object's history. Hiding the crack would be a lie. So you honor it with the most precious material you have. Gold doesn't conceal the damage. It celebrates it. The bowl says, I was broken. I survived. I am more beautiful for it. Imagine if we treated people the same way. Here's what's interesting. You already understand wabi-sabi. You just don't have the word. Your favorite jeans, the ones with the worn knees and the faded color? Wabi-sabi. Your grandmother's wooden cutting board, stained and grooved from decades of use? Wabi-sabi. That old leather wallet that fits your hand perfectly because it shaped itself to you over 10 years? That's it. You've been living wabi-sabi all along. And yet we live in an age that is the exact opposite of wabi-sabi. Social media demands perfection. Filters smooth every wrinkle. Photos are curated, polished, flawless. We are building a world where nothing is allowed to age, to crack, to show wear. Japan would say that world has no beauty in it, because beauty without imperfection is just decoration, and decoration without feeling is just noise. Wabi-sabi is not just about objects. It's about how you see your own life. Your wrinkles are not flaws. They are the gold in your cracks. Your failures are not waste. They are the moss on your stone. The years you've lived are not time lost. They are the patina that makes you irreplaceable. No one else has your particular pattern of cracks. That's what makes you beautiful. Most cultures define beauty by what something is: smooth, symmetrical, young, new. Japan defined beauty by what something has been through: the crack, the fade, the wear, the years. Wabi-sabi says the world is not perfect. You are not perfect. And that, exactly that, is what makes it all so unbearably, achingly, quietly beautiful. Perfection has no story to tell. Imperfection is the story. Wabi-sabi is not a word you translate. It's a word you feel. The next time it rains on an old stone path and the moss glows green and everything is quiet and imperfect and temporary and real, you'll know. You won't need the word, but you'll be glad it exists, because Japan named what you already knew. So look at the cracks in your bowl, in your walls, in yourself. Don't hide them. Don't fix them. Fill them with gold. Because the Japanese have known for centuries what the rest of us are only beginning to learn. Broken is beautiful. Wabi-sabi.